Back is back. Hello, guys. Yeah, just a little heart-to-heart talk. And I was just gonna do this little video for you guys, and I'll probably take a break. I've been saying for the last few videos I'm probably gonna take a break. But yeah, it's a little heart-to-heart talk. Yeah, there's a black fog. There's a black fog over the black rabbit hole matrix, and it's just we're trying to go through that tunnel. We're trying to go through that tunnel, right? As they're just always looking for the light on the other side, and most of the time there is, because it's just you have a hole and it usually come out the other side and go into Wonderland for a little while and then you wake up, right? But then it's like, oh, it's not real. It was just a little, we need to recite that that lesson we were trying to, I'm referring to Alice in Wonderland. We need to recite that lesson. We were distracted. We fell asleep because, in Wonderland, everything that is, isn't, and everything that would be, would, if you remember right. You go through the door after eating and drinking or whatever it takes, because it's all just an illusion anyway. And you go through that door and then you meet, what is it? What's the first thing that appears in that Wonderland in the story I'm referring to? You go through the door and it's like you're being washed away and you see what's his name and the walrus or whatever, and then eventually we got Tweedledum and Tweedledee, and then after that we got at some point we got the Mad Hatter, the very unbirthday. We got a 364 unbirthdays, but we got one birthday, and just all the others are unbirthdays, man. It's like, yeah, March Hare, Mad Hatter, yeah, have a cup of tea, move down to the next seat, man. It's just we gotta be twinkle, twinkle, little bat or whatever. Yeah. Then we move forward and we see the Cheshire Cat, and these guys just eventually, after feeling seldom, right, into the realm of the Queen of Hearts and the King, the White Rabbit, after following the Right Rabbit, of course. I'm late for a very important date. And, of course, we play croquet. And then, of course, we get to the point where we realize that someone was painting the roses red, right? I am referring to Alice in Wonderland, no copyright issues. And it's like, okay, off with their head. Off with their head, fuck it. And then it's like, oh, wait a minute, let's have a trial and see who's really right here. It's like, oh, just nothing, whatever, and fucking, I'm referring to the Disney version. There's a lot of versions of this. There's even one with Johnny Depp. He did, And, he played a good pirate and he played a good Willy Wonka too. And then eventually it's like, you gets the cookie or whatever, it's just, and it gets big and it's like you're a tyrant. Let's go, wait a minute, it wears off. I don't remember how it works. And then the Cheshire Cat's like, okay, you're a tyrant. Like, oh yeah, and you wake up, you've always been asleep the whole time. It's all just a dream, meaningless matrix. And it's like, okay, why have you been sleeping? You should have been reciting your lesson. We gotta go back into reality now, right? I think that's a good representation of this world, because every night we go to sleep into this Wonderland, right? We go to sleep in this Wonderland. Our parents brought us, our parents brought us into this world from Wonderland, right? And I think we return to that every night, but we're not conscious of it because we're spiritually asleep. The body will not go to sleep until you go to sleep spiritually, right? You can lie there all you want trying to make the body go to sleep, but it's just, unless you quiet the mind, the body will not fall asleep. And you can go into videos online about this. It's just, unless you quiet the mind and learn to just lie there and just breathe in and out and meditate, unless you do that, the body will not fall asleep. The body will give you these little jerks, micro jerks or whatever it's called. And it's just, if you don't engage the body, it's like, okay, he's asleep, she's asleep, I can go to sleep now. and it just goes from the bottom of the feet up to the head. This happens every night, right? But we're not aware of it because we go into deep sleep, and then we go into light sleep, and we just go in and out. REM sleep, rapid eye movement, and that's where we're dreaming over and over again. The dream cycles get longer through the night, right? And this is kind of where we go at night. We go back into that wonderland, and we're not aware of it because we're spiritually asleep the whole time. But if we were to become lucid, as they call it, and just have these out-of-body experiences, which, some of my fellow YouTubers don't believe in this stuff. I heard Steve Brown mention this just in a previous video, and that's fine. You can believe, you guys, of course, you can believe whatever you want, but see, that's the thing. That's the key word, belief. When you believe something, you're kind of anchoring yourself, and I mentioned this in a previous video. If you want to subscribe to my channel, which I now have 71 subscribers now, guys, I love you guys. You have to understand that Black Hole does believe in not necessarily afterlife, because there's nothing after anything, because everything's in here and now. We're all conscious beings. We create everything. Our parents bring us here because everything is consciousness. We create everything. We slip back into that from the depths of this reality. Whatever we're vibrating with becomes our reality. We go back into that wonderland, right? And we wake up and because this world, it's not, it's hell because we make it hell, because we create all these things to make it hell, because everything just becomes reality. It's just, we're getting sucked away into, how do I say this? We get sucked away into space, right? Because, you enter a black hole and just where do you go after that, right? Eventually it spits you back out. I think I saw something about that, but at the same time, it's like, I think everything is just really getting sucked back into Wonderland, where our true essence, and then everything here in this physical realm is basically the end result of that, right? Because we're just here to have a temporary experience and improve our consciousness. Otherwise, life has no meaning. So let me know what you think of this video, and I will see you guys again when the time is right. And I love you all. And Black Hole out.